What's going on, everybody? It's TekMuNNee. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. I'm rambling and gambling. We are in the money. This is not an official pick, not an official play. Just thoughts and analysis on the Houston Astros at the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight and what I'm thinking could happen when it comes to the over-under. Now, again, my niche is money line picking baseball games. I don't really get too much in the over-unders, but if you remember, we're officially 11-3 this season through Rambling and Gambling Sports with MLB picks, and we did do one over that was successful. It was at Oakland, and now I forgot what team, but maybe Oakland, Colorado game that we like the over on, but don't quote me to that. I'm drawing a blank. But here's what I think could happen. Now, I noticed on the Houston Astros versus the Diamondbacks, when I started doing my homework, I thought of something, and my guy, Matt, who I'll tag, actually called me and was running this by me, and I kind of blew him off at first. I said, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not even thinking about that. Blew him off, went through my homework, made the Dodgers my official pick, which is still my official pick, but then I realized, wait a second, I'm liking what I think could happen here at the Astros Diamondbacks game, which goes right back to the phone call Matt had with me. I had to call Matt back and say, hey, buddy, you were on to something, and I cut you off earlier, and I think you're still on to something. And what I think he's on to is I think that this over in this Arizona game at home could occur, though we are seeing a line up there at 9.5. Of course, I would love to see something easy as 8 or so, but check this out. Here's what I'm thinking. Tonight, the top 3 hard contact pitchers, and the top 3 worst walk rate percentage pitchers, the 2 are playing each other. Lance McCullers has the highest walk percentage tonight on the slate, 15.2%, and overall that's bad, combined with a hard contact of 51.7%, which is bad. It's the worst of the slate. Now, Robbie Ray has 11.8% walk and a 43.6 hard contact, and his ground ball is terrible. So if you can get in on Robbie Ray, there's a very high chance, very good chance there's some balls in action there. And what do you know about the Houston Bats? Just statistically, they're low strikeout, very disciplined. Now, Arizona is not terrible either when it comes to the strikeout rate. They're middle of the pack average. So what I'm thinking, when I combine the fact that Lance McCullers could be walking a lot of bats and then giving up a dinger or two, or Robbie Ray giving up walks, giving up a dinger or two, could combine in some scoring here. Now, that's putting some thought in there of really just forecasting what could happen. Now, remember, Robbie Ray is a high strikeout rate, 31.1%. But that could be alleviated by the fact that the Astros don't strike out on paper. So I think there's a chance that you may see some runs here. Now, the only thing is, I'm not a picker of overs and unders. Now, this line's at 9.5. Has that already moved? Is it already adjusted to count these runs in? That I'm not sure. I know statistically, I think we're looking at Astros are the highest run count of the night at 5.35. And the Diamondbacks are projected at, I'm looking here on this list, 4.15. So, I mean, if you add that together just by off that, you got a 9.85 there. Sorry, 9.53. Sorry, I'm looking on the wrong column. So, that's probably why they got that 9.5 as that line with that projected run total. Now, I see over 9's 130. I don't know if people like paying 130. Maybe you don't get screwed by the hook, and the hook being that half a point. But just going back on the thoughts and analysis now, your Astros bats, highest WOBA of the evening, 370, 236 ISO, lowest K rate. Robbie Ray giving up 341 to the right side. Woo! You know? And then the Diamondbacks aren't that bad. 317 WOBA, 184 ISO. Now, I want to see above 200, but 184 is not that bad. Now, here's what's crazy. Lance McCullers giving up 411 to the left, 424 to the right. So why? I really think if Robbie, like the one way this game may not go over is Robbie Ray shows up to the strikeout potential he can, throwing up to that 31% range. But you're playing against the Astros, who have a very disciplined lineup overall. So I think there's a chance there's a lot of runs today. Does that mean he goes over 9.5? Like I said in this video, I'm not an over-under niche type of player, so I don't know if 9.5's been adjusted or not. But I personally feel there's going to be some runs tonight. There's going to be some hits tonight. We might see some dingers out there hitting up on McCullers and Robbie Ray. That's just my thinking. Thought I'd share my thoughts. Maybe it'll help you on an angle you're already on, or it might not. But I'll tell you what, this is why I have a hard time picking one or the other in the game. Even though I probably would still have to stick with the Astros, because the Diamondbacks' bats are just not there overall versus the Astros and many other teams, in my opinion. And Calhoun is just trash, historically, against McCullers. 26 bats, 192. There isn't much history here, but you see some hitters there. Voigt, I don't know if he's playing. All right, you see, this is at MLB.com, nothing fancy, just a head-to-head matchup there. You go to the preview of the game, it's right there. But again, to sum this up, I think there's a chance we may see some action in this game, and also why I kind of probably wouldn't take the Astros over the Dodgers setup if you're just going by the setups that I talk about in the video earlier, doing the official play, and in this video. So anyways, I hope this helps some of you guys break the game down. Good luck. I'm TekMuNNee, Rambling and Gambling Sports. Again, this is not an official play. This is just some thoughts and analysis breaking down the Astros at the Diamondbacks, where I think we may see some scoring action. Good luck. Stay green. Cash those tickets.